Hey guys, Dave Lalonix. So I'm in the garage on a very windy, winter stormy day. We lost power at the shop today, so I came home a little early. Sitting on a couch, relaxed a little bit. I said, man, I gotta get out here and work on my McLaren and get going on this coolant leak. I did find the source of the leak. I'll put some pictures up here. I used an endoscope and found where I've got this leak coming from. I'm losing about a coffee cup of coolant every 50, 60 miles, something like that. It doesn't look like it's at risk of anything catastrophic, but obviously I want to get it sorted. And I saw that there's double clamps on a bigger hose to the radiator. The car's got some service records of having coolant leaks. It's only got, I bought it with 5,500 miles. It's got 6,000 on it now. So I inherited the problem, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. So I'm going to get into it and start seeing how I access this thing, because I think I have to take apart half the car to figure this out. So I'm going to document the whole process. Stay with me. Okay, so I had already taken off the wheel, of course, and the inner wheel well liner here and a couple other parts, and I don't really have that documented, but I'll probably backtrack and show the assembly of it. So what I need to do now, I believe, is get off the side skirt so I can get some access to the inner radiator. And my understanding is there's a little panel here to pop off to expose some fasteners. So I'll get right onto that. Okay, with the door up, I'm gonna use a little pry tool and just a thin paper towel here to get in here and pop this little panel. Sure enough, we got a couple of fasteners right there. So we're gonna take these out. I'm gonna raise the car up on the lift more and see, I think there's some other fasteners underneath, and we'll get that off. Okay, in the wheel well, it looks like we've got this little fastener here. That's part of the shroud. I have a feeling the shroud might have to come off with the side skirt, because I see fasteners up in here that you can't access, the ones that are right there. So I've got a fastener all the way in the back out already. I've got this one out here. So I'm gonna take this one out, and then we've got these two bolts right here to get out. And then I gotta look on the bottom. I think that actually might be it. So we'll get going on that and see how this goes. So I failed to mention there's one right up in there also that I had already taken out prior. So now I've got this shroud loose. I think it's just a matter of getting these two large fasteners off here. Okay, so I've got the side skirt off here, and it actually comes off pretty easy. This obviously does not come with it. Basically, it's kind of pinned in up in here, okay, up in here, and then down below. So you kind of got to pull it away, slide it down, and like kind of puzzle it out. So sorry I didn't have the camera on when I did it, but now that I've got that out, it should afford me a little bit of room. Of course, I'm going to work to get this shroud out next. So that'll be a few fasteners here, down in here. This to remove the grill. This one here, I'll have to see if there's any up in here. There could be another panel, removable snap panel here. I'll have to check that out. But basically, I want to get this stuff out so I can get access to that radiator. So now I was able to get the shroud out. A couple of fasteners here. The shroud tucks underneath this screen plate. Fasteners here, here. And there's some other fasteners back here. This one up here. And there's another one that goes up into here. Okay, so I believe that's all of them. Okay, so my work light's dying on me, the battery, but the next thing I'm gonna do is remove this steel bracket. These two fasteners here, these two here, one up here. It'll give me some access to get back in there. So to remove this bracket in its entirety, there is a connector that is wire tied to it. So you just have to clip this wire tie. I mean, I suppose I could maybe leave it hanging there, but I want to get it completely out of my way. So next I'm going to work to get the mesh off in this side scoop. Now what I believe is, I think this is another cover plate that I got to pry off to expose some fasteners, but I'm going to start with these three. I know they have to come out, and then that way I can wiggle this a little bit and see what's going on. So yes, this is another cover plate, an access plate, so you got to get something to pry up in there and start removing it and pop the snaps. Once I get my fingers in here, I'd rather have my fingers in than a pry tool. Okay, so it appears there's 3 snap clips, or, well, actually no, there's 2 there, 1 here, and there's got to be another one here that's real tight. I just put some painter's tape on here as I pry to protect this, and we'll get this last one. There's not a snap on there, and there's this hook, so you got to kind of flex it and unhook it from that area. Again, you want to protect all this stuff when you do it. So now there's the other fasteners in there to get this air scoop off. Okay, I'm going to work to get this mesh off here. So we've got a few fasteners here, here, and then there's actually one tucked up back in here. Where is it? I just saw it. Oh, it's actually on the other side, right where my finger is, right in that corner.